Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. Got a couple of stories that I want to share with you, but I'm going to do them in two separate videos, and I may have to do some expounding on Rumble or Odyssey, but it'll be done really soon because it all ties together. But I want to talk about Dr. Campbell's latest video. If you've been following this channel for some time, I've been following Dr. Campbell since the beginning of the, and he's been spot on. In the beginning, and just full disclosure, he's a nurse practitioner. He's an educator, been an educator for a long time, and he was one of the first people that I saw take different pieces of research to try to find ways to help the average person prior to there being a lollipop. And then once the lollipop came out and then started having all these adverse effects, he was one of the first people to talk about it and have people on his channel. And he just has been phenomenal through this whole thing, and you've seen him evolve honestly, as a practitioner, as someone who's trusted research and science, um, and medicine and practiced it. uh, you could see him do like a full 180-degree turn on just this system and how things went down. And so he went from being an advocate to like us. And so now he's labeled like the rest of us who, the Holy Spirit told us don't fool up with them folks. He's in that category. But he has a huge audience. People trust him. I respect him. He's one of the few practitioners who came out and admitted that he made a mistake. He apologized, and he is, on this crusade to do what he does. That's his calling, is to educate. And he educates us, those of us who follow him, pretty much every day. He gives you something that he's learned. He breaks it down in digestible pieces that you can, comprehend. And for those of us who have been skeptical from day one, he reaffirms our reasons for being skeptical to begin with. So I'm saying all that to say, as we progress towards this beast system and this beast infrastructure, this formalized world government piece is pretty much the final piece that has to be put into place in order for all of us to be corralled into these different groups. And he's basically telling us what's coming. And we've talked about it here on this channel, but to hear him talk about it in these terms, I'm happy because I have someone who sees the same thing that I see, and they're telling us about it. So we've been talking about digitalization on this channel pretty much all year. And I'm going to keep talking about it because I want to drive home how you're going to have to let go of your technology, or you're going to give up your soul. And you're going to have to become self-sufficient, or you are going to be a slave to the system. You're going to have to leave the cities where all the digitalization and all the over policing is happening, or you're going to be in a smart city, or a A21 or A40 or whatever these different cities are, and you're going to be under surveillance 24 hours, 7 days a week. And for those of us who are here and who are opposing, you're going to have to come to, you're going to have some peace with being isolated, being shunned, possibly losing your life, possibly being detained, disappeared. There are a lot of us who are watching things that the powers that be do not like. There are a lot of us who are speaking things and trying to wake people up and educate people who are on folks' radar. There are a lot of us who talk and text about things that are going to be considered soon disinformation, and we're going to pay a price for it. So while these resources are available, please share them. Please pay attention to them. Please read everything that you can read, because every single day the internet is being scrubbed of good information. If it's not being scrubbed, it is being hidden. Information is being hidden so that we cannot find it. And you have people like, Dr. Campbell, just a whole lot of different people talking about a whole lot of different things, trying to wake up Black people, African American Black people, foundational Black Americans. And it just seems like we just talking to the bottom of our shoes. As for me, I'm going to continue to talk to people, make these videos. We do what we can and let the Most High do the rest. But never let it be said that there were not watchmen on the wall of all walks, of all colors, from all nationalities, of all ethnicities, trying to wake up the masses, and the masses just remain in slumber. A lot of it is intentional, a lot of it is by design, but for those of us who are awakened, it's quite alarming. So as this final phase, or we begin to talk about the final phases, or you begin to see the head of the beast being formed, I want to show it to you. I want to talk about it so that you're not caught unaware, so that you know when to hold them, when to fold them, when to walk away, and when to run. You'll know when it's time to let go of your devices. You'll know when to get rid of those apps that you have on your devices. You'll know when it's time to get rid of your Wi-Fi. It's going to be time for some things are coming soon. And we're going to have to make tough choices about this digital certification that's coming. If you want to travel, I recommend you travel now. Take lots of pictures. Visit friends and family while you still have the freedom to, while it's fairly reasonable to. Because once things start escalating and the news starts tightening and the inflation increases, it's going to be impossible to do a whole lot of things that we used to do. So again, this digital health certification is tied to this. They say it's not a vaccine passport, but that's basically what it is. You're not going to be able to travel or do certain things unless you participate in this digitalized health care system that they have created. And they've been laying the foundation, but they're ready to put all the pieces in place. And the nations are getting ready to connect to this head of this beast. The body is getting ready to connect to the head. And then you're really going to start seeing your freedoms and liberties taken away. So listen to Dr. Campbell talk about this global digital health certification network that's coming. And I will provide the links in the description for some other things.
Well, a warm welcome to today's talk, Wednesday, the 7th of June. Now, first we had this World Health Organization new pandemic treaty, and then we had the World Health Organization international health regulations, which are going to be binding on member states and pass by default unless member states get up and actively prevent them from being implemented. Now you'll be pleased to hear there's something else. The World Health Organization Global Digital Health Certificate. And
y'all see the black lady? I just had to stop y'all. Y'all see how they're using us in everything? It is not by accident. They use us because we are the most gullible people, and I hate to say naive, but trusting, not trusting is the better word. We're trusting. We are not fully aware of the sinister plans of our open enemies. And so, living in the belly of the beast, they love using us because also the rest of the world says, well, if black people will do it, then it must be okay. So they love to stick a black face on everything that's bad because they want everybody to do it. That's how Satan operates. So just check out how these black faces be stuck everywhere. Always, we always the face of something when it comes to representing, bad stuff. And I hate to say it, but I mean, going forward, like we really need to hone in on that. If they stick us there, it's for tokenism, and then there's a reason why. And not to say that we're bad people, but right now, the way that black people are being used, black men, black women, black children, we need to be hyper vigilant about not trusting black faces because we see something posted someplace or we see somebody speaking to us and telling us, hey, you need to do this, especially if it's not representative of something that's grassroots. Even if it's grassroots, you got to kind of be suspicious, and learn a little more before you get behind some stuff, because there are a lot of agents and operatives and operations going on right about now.
And it must be pretty good because this lady's looking really delighted with what she is reading. Global Digital Health Certificate. More on what it means in this video. Now, this is in cooperation with the European Union. And now these ladies seem to be carrying things donated by the World Health Organization. So clearly the World Health Organization is a generous organization and is reaching these ladies in this picture. Now, this is the European Commission and the WHO launched landmark digital health initiative to strengthen global health security. So hopefully you're all feeling more secure. Now, this is built on this original work here from the European Union Digital COVID Certification. So it's being rolled out now on a global scale to this lady's clear delight. So new pandemic regulations, new international health regulations, now a global digital health certificate network. You might have thought the World Health Organization had other things to do. I don't know, global health, for example, but it would appear they're on this organizational campaign at the moment. Now let's look at it in a bit of detail because it is pretty important, really. And by the way, my apologies, unreserved apologies to those of you who were cut off mid-viewing on yesterday's video. Believe me, it wasn't what I wanted. I'm sorry that was that had to be done yesterday. Now, WHO Digital Health Certificate Network. So there's going to be an international network, digital. And there's a slight concern at the moment that I have. I've just become aware of the power of artificial intelligence. Combined with the global digital network, we won't go there at the moment. So it's WHO has established a global digital health certification network. Health certification network. Open source platform built on robust and transparent standards. So glad to see it's transparent. Glad to see it's transparent. That establishes the first building block of a digital public health infrastructure. So we're going to have a global public health infrastructure. And it's all going to be mediated through the auspices of the World Health Organization. Now, here's their diagram here. So the country here will give their key to the trust anchor, certificates, provenance on board's members. So presumably that means they know where the background is and they put people on board. Now, this trust anchor, interesting choice of word here, trust. Of course, this is the, you've guessed it, the World Health Organization, who are controlling this. And then They're going to pass this on to relevant countries, again, all going through the trust anchor, who is the World Health Organization. And then they're going to allow different countries to distribute it amongst themselves for cross checking. So it looks like there's going to be digital communication between the countries of the world, but all mediated through the good offices of the World Health Organization. That's what seems to be happening. Developing a wide range of digital products. So it looks like there's more to come, more digital products to come for strengthening pandemic preparedness. Background, member states using digital COVID-19 test and vaccine certification are ready. This is the European Union member states.
My question is, how they know we gonna need some more Rona tests? How they know Rona gonna be coming back? So, see what I'm talking about? If they already know they're gonna need that, that must mean they already know it's gonna be released. I'm just saying.
As the directing and coordinating authority on international health work at the onset of the pandemic, this is the World Health Organization. So we're actually in a situation here where the World Health Organization is mouthing off, being proud of, bragging about that they're directing and coordinating of the international health response to the pandemic. I couldn't possibly comment, of course. You might think, and Sigance might think, they didn't do as well as they could, but there we are. Now, WHO engages with all regions to define overall guidance for such certificates and publish digital documentation of COVID-19 certificates. So this was done. This is what the European Union did. It's now being rolled out to the whole world. There's a recognition of an existing gap, so things aren't where the WHO wants them to be. Maybe the WHO doesn't quite have the amount of oversight and trust anchoring it would like, because we need trust anchors, don't we? Who knows why? Continued need of a global mechanism that can support bilateral verification of the provenances of health documents. Okay, so they want cross-checking digitally. Now these acronyms: Global Digital Health Certification Network. That one. Digitalization of international certificates of vaccination or prophylaxis. So everything's going to be digitalized. So vaccinations are going to be digitalized. Prophylaxis, prevention, is going to be digitalized. Verification of prescriptions across borders is going to be international digitalization on a single platform. International patient summaries are going to be included. Verification and vaccination certificates within and across borders are going to be included. They're going to know quite a lot about you, really, aren't they? And the cross-border bit, of course, means that digitalization could decide, potentially, who crosses borders, or even indeed who moves within a particular country. The point is, it's all going to be monitored centrally by the World Health Organization. You would have thought that they'd have other things to do, like, I don't know, World Health, something like that. Anyway, this is what they're doing at the moment. Right. Expanding such digital solutions will be essential to deliver better health. So this is essential, right? So expanded digital solutions is essential. Now, this is a direct quote from the WHO, so it must be right. So expanded digital solutions will be essential. This is essential for your health. A global digital solution is essential for your health. Sit there and be grateful. Say thank you. I keep forgetting what it is. The Global Digital Health Certification Network has been designed to be interoperable with other existing regional networks. So it should be useful all.
So I want to say something about that word interoperable. I think I talked about it a long time ago, but that's going to be language that you hear a lot as things progress and start getting worse, because they have all these interoperable systems already in place for emergency preparedness, for disaster relief, and it's just a fancy word for uh, one system can work with another system. Somewhere there's a plug. That's the best way to say it. Uh, everywhere the government wants to be, they got a plug. There's a plug, an intermediary plug everywhere. That's interoperable. So when you hear that word or you see it, that's what I want you to, think. There's something working together everywhere to accomplish whatever goal it is that they have. So interoperable is a nice little fancy term that they started using probably about 10 years ago, but in government circles. And so it's a government word now that just basically means just say plug. It's a plug everywhere. You know what the plug is. If you don't, look it up in the Urban Dictionary.
All over the world, interoperable. Now, this is the EU bit here, this collaboration with the European Union, and this is detailed on this page here. So do check this out for yourself. The material here I've used is mostly direct quotes from the European Union WHO collaboration. Now, WHO and European Commission have agreed to partner in digital health and a digital network controlling vaccination, prophylaxis, cross-border, whatever was on the list. The partnership will work to technically develop the WHO system with a staged approach to cover additional use cases. So, in case you were getting concerned that it's only going to be covering these things we've mentioned, don't worry. It's going to be rolled out to other aspects of life as well. So nothing to worry about there at all. What could possibly go wrong? In June 2023, WHO will take up the European Union system of digital COVID-19 certification to establish a global system. So we're establishing a global digital system, but don't worry, it's all controlled by the World Health Organization. You could ask who controls the World Health Organization, but that's beyond the remit of this video. That will facilitate global mobility. So if you want to get around, there you go. It'll be facilitated by a certification to establish a global system. World coordination, world power, centrally controlled. Dr. Tedros, the former politician in charge of the WHO. WHO aims to offer all member states on the principles of equity, excellence, innovation, transparency, and data protection and privacy. So so nothing to worry about. I'm glad to see that's all been taken in hand by the good academic doctor himself. Good. So nothing to worry about. Commissioner for Health and Safety, this is European Commissioner. This partnership is an important step for the digital action plan of the EU Global Health Strategy. We contribute to digital health standards and interoperability globally. So this is very much a global ambition. Commissioner for the Internal Market, again European Union again. The European Union certificate has also facilitated international travel and tourism. So it's good that they're facilitating international travel and tourism, helping people to travel where they want to go when they would like to. I'm pleased that WHO will build on cutting-edge technology to create a global tool against future pandemics. So the WHO is going to be using cutting-edge technology. Does that mean artificial intelligence? Don't know. Does it mean that? Don't say. But it's cutting edge anyway, so we're getting the very best that modern technology can throw at this problem. Create a global tool against future pandemics. So this global tool will be available. Can't we all sleep soundly now? One of the key elements in the European Union's work against the COVID-19 pandemic has been the global certificate. So yeah, the European Union has got these global COVID-19 certificates, and the WHO will facilitate this process globally. It's rolling it out to the world under its own structure. So it's going to be under the WHO structure. Okay. Allow the world to benefit from the convergence of digital certificates. So, if you're in the world, good to know that you're going to benefit from this globalization, digitalization, certification process. Expanding such digital solutions will be essential to deliver better health for citizens across the globe. So, this is essential. So, expanded digital solutions is essential. I mean, heck, I might have thought that preventing preventable disease was essential, treating malaria was essential, improving people's diets, stopping smoking, increasing exercise, getting rid of air pollution, reducing water pollution, reducing economic oppression of the poor. I would have thought these things might improve global health, but it looks like the priority at the moment is this essential expanding digital solutions. So get this, expanding such digital solutions is essential. It is essential. This is not some sort of option. It is essential. We can't do without this. The WHO and the European Commission will work together to encourage maximum global uptake and participation. So if you're listening in, I don't know, some faraway country in Fiji or Papua New Guinea or somewhere, don't worry. I think the WHO will get to you pretty soon. And this is essential. I do hope you're able to watch this video to the end. Let me know what you think in the comments. And let's all just be so grateful to this great organization that is facilitating future world health.
Oh, Dr. Campbell is killing me with his sarcasm, but I feel the same way. So I want to share this with you. I'm going to share another link with you, and it is a publication from them folks, and it is about the global strategy on digital health. Check out the dates on it. Let me see if I can blow it up so you can see, you can see, you can see, you can see. There you go. See those dates right there. Okay, so I'm going to include a link to this as well so you can have for your reading pleasure. Um, we got to do our due diligence, people. We cannot sit back and act as, just wait. There's no excuse for us to wait on things to just happen and us find out last minute, because they are putting enough information out here for us to know what is coming. We just need to read it, digest it, comprehend it so that we can understand and be prepared as best we can. We do not have any power to stop any of this stuff. Most of it is prophetic, but also we don't have any people in power for obvious reasons because people know who we are. So let us go about our business reading this stuff, watching these videos, learning about what's coming so that we can prepare and prepare countermeasures to counteract whatever is coming as best we can. All right, this is Marley K. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel. Also subscribe to my Odyssey and Rumble channels, which are in the description, so that if I'm booted from this channel, you can keep up with me. Follow me on Instagram at MarleyK20. Follow me on Facebook at Marleyisms. Um, in the event all that stuff goes down or the internet goes down, I ain't coming back because they're going to scrub everything and I don't have time. I'm tired of fooling with these people. So I'll just say my work will be done and I'll become a full-time farmer. All right. this is Marley K. Please, please, please do your due diligence, people. Love y'all.